Hey guys, welcome back to White Knuckle Racing. Today we are at the 206 Grand Nationals, third annual event. It is an absolute blast. We just finished day of practice yesterday. Practice this morning is done. We're gonna go ahead and head over to qualifying. Qualifying, it's a little bit interesting. There's actually a lot of carts per class. I think they have over 250 206 entries just alone between all the different classes, which is absolutely fantastic compared to other major events like the WK Daytona event. That's actually pretty awesome for the fact that we only run one engine and everybody's running the same exact engine all around. Jorge, Chad, Heath, absolutely killing it. They are not far off the actual pace of the leaders. I am a bit off. I practiced yesterday on, thank God, actually. I mean, Heath let me borrow some tires. I also borrowed some tires from Dave and the Warrens. But here we are. It's going to be a great race, great weekend. They're going through driver's meeting right now. So come along and have a blast, and let's go over to qualifying. So this is qualifying for the CIK Heavy. As you can see, I'm not going around. Popped the chain, went a little hot into one of the turns, did a little off-road, and that's all she wrote. So it means I start at the back of the field, and I think in a 40-something car field. So I have a lot of work to do, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. We still got plenty of time.
Alrighty, very quickly getting here into heat race number 1. I get a decent start. I've been struggling as of late with my starts, but it was okay. You're going to see a few guys here blow right past me as I call this gentleman number 31 Captain America with a really awesome suit. But he was absolutely flying this weekend. We can see here I'm a little bit off the pace still going into this heat race, but still trying to stay with the pack. Very fast start. As you can see, the field's already starting to string out into single file, and I'm just starting to keep track with these guys as I struggled the first day, even throughout practice and the small time that I got during qualifying, which was about a lap and a half. Move a little bit forward here. Gentleman looked to the right, didn't look left. Unfortunately, he was out of the race at that point. Stayed in it. You can see on here how one mistake in the 206 class will cost you a spot instantly. Gentleman was pretty quick. Number 9 made not one mistake, but the other guy didn't see him, slowed him down just enough, which allowed me to get past him. You see there one thing you never want to do, which is take out one of your teammates. Made left hand, pointed the cart to get ready into the following turn, but unfortunately almost ran into Heath there, checked up and into the grass, but I stayed in it. These two gentlemen were able to get past me, and I worked to try to catch him, and got a little bit overzealous, you can say. I realized that I was just slightly faster this time around, and I was creeping, just trying to get to them. We did have a little kart battle going on between the three of us, which was actually pretty fun. You can see here going into the left-hander into turn 1. I had a slight lift, don't know why. Keep making small mistakes during this event that I normally don't make, but this is part of it. This is why I go to these events and try to learn. But what a huge difference. So they checked up just a little bit, and I found myself right back into their bumper. You see here one little mistake there, one little one there, and boom, I'm already where I need to be. So that's why 206 is so special and so fun, because one slight mistake, we don't have the horsepower to get around or to do anything. We just have to be perfect every lap, because if not, you find yourself 2, 3, and 4 seconds behind before you even notice. Now this is where things get fun. We go into this slight right-hander, slight lift on myself, don't know why still. This should be an all-out left-hander, and this is where I say I get overzealous. So I get in there, see the gap, I shoot the gap, and I'm done right at that point. So I should have probably not lifted or maybe gone a little bit to the right, but I did end up costing myself the heat. Not only did I pop the chain, but I did bend an axle, which means at that point we had to get to work right before the next heat of the day. Alright, now we very quickly had to replace an axle, on the back of the cart right before the second heat race, and we went ahead and started in again. Just like last time I get freight trained, I lost about 5 spots, I believe, here on the start, so I continue to struggle on my restarts. I don't know why. This has been happening to me for the last few weeks. But I do see there that obviously I did have a slight lift and a brake check for no reason at all, when there was obviously plenty of space for me to stay in it. But again, that's part of the 206 racing, and that's what we do. So I just got to keep working on my line and keep working on just not lifting, just stay on that full send mode that I can be on sometimes. But you can see here the pack again strings out. These guys up front start battling just a little bit, and unfortunately there was a pretty hard accident. Somebody flipped on a cart. You're gonna see here right after we make the right-hander, not this one, but there's a left hand, then a right hand here coming up. You're gonna see a gentleman actually laying on top of his cart on the left hand side, which he actually flipped. I did not see it, but he did, so they ended up putting a stop to the race at that point, and we had another restart here coming up, and he was just fine. He got back in the race and he drove his ass off, I can tell you that. We can see here again with the restart I did a little better. I went ahead and stayed on it. I hit the brake slightly there when I should enough, and you can see the freight train 4 spots right out of the bat. And that number 4 cart that you're seeing there, that's the gentleman that had just recently flipped. So kudos to him and his team to get him ready to go. Pretty much he flips and right back in the race and right back in the mix of things. Probably a little aggressive here. As you can see, obviously he's trying to work himself to the front of the field, but everybody's just trying to kind of stay touch and go. People staying wide. Full out left-hander here. Again, don't know why I lift. Another full out left hand, and we're going on the right hand. See that gap just like I did before. I did stay over to the right, as you can see. Try to find the rubber on the bottom of the track. Boom, right back on the guy's bumper. I believe he might have had a slight lift, but you can see I'm just kind of trying to hang out with the pack. They're starting to pull away from us, so it goes back to that cart battle that we had earlier between the 3 of us and flipping spots. Gentleman in the 38, I'm sorry, also flying. So find the rubber, stay in it, slight lift for no reason. A lot of rubber on the track in this turn, so there was no reason for me to be lifting at all. But I see that now, so for next year, hopefully I can remember that and stay on that. So again, here comes that right-hander where I make most of the passes for myself over the weekend. So here you go, took another spot, and the 2 gentlemen up front check up. They get a little crazy, which boom, there you go. So I kind of saved them a little bit there, getting them back up to speed. If I were to try to go on the inside, could have probably blown right past them, but I did not. I got there so quick, I had no option but to kind of bump them and get them going forward. Here we go back into turn 1. Again, lift, no reason why I should have been lifting here. Another slight lift for absolutely no reason. And he goes a little wide, I go on the inside. And this is pretty much how I stayed for the rest of the heat. No big changes or anything like that. Now, very quickly move on to heat number 3. I was trying to stay aggressive, kind of trying to stay on it, and I didn't want that freight train to pass, so I was just kind of seeing red, just trying to do everything I could to not get past. So I did work out a little bit better. I kind of kept that train of carts right behind me. I believe it was about 4 or 5 carts. I did have a slight mistake where I scrubbed up some speed. And you can see again that number 4 cart there. The guy was, again, he was flying. So great driver, staying aggressive. Oop, got bumped, and then I got passed there by number 92. And you can see the aggressiveness from some of the drivers at front, causing this pile up. I had nowhere to go, got the tires in the dirt, and that's all she wrote for me for the event. After that, I was not allowed back on the track. They called for rain conditions. I did not have rain tires, so I decided to go ahead and pack it up for the day. I was going to start last in the finals, but without rain tires, I just was not ready to go. But they ended up going back to dry conditions, and at that point we only had time to get one of the carts ready. We decided to get Jorge's cart ready. He was flying in that final. He actually went purple right before, unfortunately, had some mechanical failures. But it's okay. We are ready for next year. Fruitport Nationals number 4. We will be there. I can guarantee you. I'll try my best to make it out. But it was an absolutely beautiful rain event, on time, on schedule, with no nonsense. So thank you once again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like and the subscribe button. Leave some comments. Let me know what else you guys would like to see. Thank you so much. Smash the subscribe button.